Alright guys, figured I'd show you some of the other ones that are up in my mom's house. This is one I bought a year ago. I gave it to my stepdad. I'm not really into the ropers, so that's why it's up here. But he seems to like that Briggs engine, so got that on there. I guess he ended up using a carburetor I gave him. So there's that one. Somebody had some fun with it. That was on there when we bought it. And then I gave him this 3-point to put on the back. Not the best one, but he didn't want anything fancy. Here's a 16.6. This one, it's all original paint, and it had an engine problem. The valve seat actually fell out of the head, so I sent the motor off to machine shop, and now she runs all good. It's nice original paint, good one for him. And then this is the only Sears or non-Sears thing I have that my grandpa had it, and he bought it off of college, and it's a goofy machine. They only made it 3 years. All the info that I ever know about it I got from him. Once I get a house, I want to fully restore it. But this is made by Bruce Manufacturing. It's called a twister. It would have a graphic on the hood that's like a tornado that goes down the side, and the letters are all in a twister, like kind of a motif. I can't think of the word I want to use. But it is all-wheel drive. It steers like a skid loader, or a skidder, a log skidder. It articulates in the center, which actually when he owned it, a piece broke inside here, and he had to get that specially machined and made it to where it worked. The back half of this is completely incorrect, because there's supposed to be, from what I remember when I was younger, there is a seat spring or something that mounted it so when you steer, you're setting to where you're mounted to the front of it, to where you're always with the front of it. But the way he has it, when you set on it, your butt stays with the ass end of it and the front steers. As you can see, steering's all loose now, and it really went to shit because my grandpa just used it for hauling logs and doing goofy stuff in the woods, and he did have a snowplow rigged up on the front, but it's pretty beat up. But it has one of my favorite kind of engines. It has a 14-horse Briggs side shaft. But my grandpa has since passed, and it's sad to see. Well, my grandpa's the one that did most of this damage to it. He used to have really cool fenders that went over the tires, but he took them off because he beat one off of a tree or something when he was using it, so he didn't see the need. So then they got lost when he moved houses a few times. But it's at the point I could just make it into whatever I want it to be. So that's one thing that is not Sears related that I'll be playing with at some point in my life, hopefully. But we got some implements up here. These are things of my stepdad's, and some of them are mine. He bought all the stuff that's painted blue was at a flea market. He got it all in a package deal, from what I was told. And then I had 2 mower decks up here, but now I guess there's only one. That's that. I don't know if he has one still hidden in here. I don't know how any of these fucking buildings work. Oh, I guess there ain't a fucking door there. Yeah, it's a goofy thing. It's either they were made from 1970 to 73 or 73 to 75. I can't remember. But I remember him telling me they were only made 3 years and the company went out of business. But it's a goofy setup. When you hit the gas, it squeezes on the belt like a snowmobile clutch. Has a transfer case built in there. Used to have a different gas tank, different everything, different exhaust system. He made that happen there. Different throttle. Throttle used to be up on here. I actually think it was like a twist knob. You twisted the knob to make it throttle, and then there was a choke. This was the choke. Yeah, that ain't even useful anymore. Now I think you actually have to be standing out there and choke it manually. But it's really the steering gearbox. If it's like a Saginaw or something, you could probably tighten up the adjustment nut. It's like an old Dodge Power Wagon or something. How bad that steering is. I don't know. It actually is a gearbox right there. Used to have headlights in the front, which I actually still have those. I was able to see that gearbox from the other side. Yeah, this little nut right there, you just loosen the jam nut and tighten that up, I bet you it would not be as crappy as steering. And then this was a setup that he made for the mower deck that he had mounted on the front of it. But this is some of that stuff up at my mom's here for Easter. Get something to eat and hang out. Figured I'd just show some of this stuff off. So, talk to you guys later.